Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. It's now time for the featured bout of the evening. From the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring, the fight starts now!
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special. And there's no hype. I'm telling you, it's special.
No respect to this guy. Let's go.
Now he's got the fire in his eyes.
You better believe it now. That was something special.
20 rounds, 20 victories.
It is over!
Her professional record, a perfect one.
Remember, capture the body.
Great finish from a great finisher.
It was Lamb versus Lion.
And still the undisputed champion of the world.
Hello and welcome to this press conference for this Matchroom Boxing event in association with Latin Sports and Sanfe. We will be live on the DAZN worldwide. We will also be in TV Azteca in Mexico and ESPN Knockout here in Mexico. And thank you very much for joining us. We want to thank our sponsors, Bet Online and Stage Front. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this afternoon. We're going to start with our first fight of the evening. It's 10 rounds for the WBC Silver International title, super featherweight. That's a max of 130 pounds. We have Eduardo Hernandez, El Rocky, with a record of 32-1 and 29 knockouts. He's going to be facing Jorge Mata Cuellar, known as Khan, with a record of 14-0 and 2 with 10 knockouts. Thank you very much for joining us. It's great to have you guys here. And I'm going to start with Gutierrez, because you're coming from, I'm sorry, Hernandez, you're coming back from a very interesting lesson against Gutierrez. We want to know at this point in time, what did you learn after this fight? Vienes de una derrota contra Gutierrez, que fue una derrota impresionante, te recuperaste con 2 victorias, pero ¿cuál fue la lección más importante de esa contienda?
Buenas tardes, antes que nada, muy contento de estar aquí una vez más representando a Tlalnepantla, a mi familia, y sí, tuve una derrota contra Roger Gutiérrez, lamentablemente fue en el primer round. La mayor experiencia que tuve ahí fue que mucha gente se dice ser amigos, mucha gente se dice estar contigo, y a final de cuentas los únicos que están con uno es la familia, y por ellos estoy luchando, por mi esposa Carla, por mi hija Grecia y por mis padres y mi familia.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm representing Tlalnepantla. The biggest lesson I learned from that loss is that many people call friends, and actually the only people who are with you is your family, and I'm here because of my family.
This question is for you. The last 3 bouts, you have finished it before the last bell. Interestingly enough, you haven't had enough rounds. How do you see this affecting, if in any way, for this fight? Las últimas 3 peleas las has terminado antes de la campana final, no has tenido muchos asaltos. ¿Cómo si te afecta de alguna forma que no tuviste muchos asaltos en estas peleas?
Primeramente, nada, buenas tardes. Hemos llegado hasta el 7-8 round y tenemos condición para terminar los 10 rounds que vamos a tener yo y Rocky.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I have the ability to get to the 10 rounds that I'm going to have with Rocky.
The one thing we cannot deny is the importance of this fight being the undercard for El Gallito Estrada, being one of the most recognized fighters coming from Mexico at this point in time. What does that mean to you to be in this undercard? Algo que es innegable es el hecho de que estás en la cartelera de apoyo para una contienda del Gallito Estrada, un boxeador que obviamente de los más reconocidos a nivel mundial saliendo de México. ¿Qué significa para ti estar en la cartelera de apoyo?
No, pues una motivación muy grande porque estamos en una función donde la estelar es un mexicano y eso pues nos motiva para seguir luchando, seguir trabajando para que el día de mañana con las oportunidades que se nos presenten estemos en las estelares.
It's a bit motivation for me because it is a Mexican, the main event, and that inspires me to keep fighting to be a Mexican winning.
And obviously, when you have two Mexicans, we're expecting an explosive fight, and now we have two very heavy-handed fighters. How do you see this evolving through the 10 rounds that this fight is, you're hoping to go? Cuando tenemos dos boxeadores mexicanos, obviamente la pelea va a ser muy explosiva, y a eso le sumas dos boxeadores con manos muy pesadas. ¿Cómo ves que esta pelea se va a desarrollar, ya que dijiste que sí se va a 10 asaltos?
Estamos preparados nos preparamos para los 10, pero sabemos que tenemos fuerza, sabemos que tenemos pegada, y si se da knockout, pues adelante.
I really train. I know I have strength and I have the punch, and if the knockouts come, it's okay.
Well, there you have it, 10 rounds, WBC Silver International title in the super featherweight division. And we have two very heavy-handed fighters from Mexico that will promise that they will give us an outstanding, explosive fight. If I may ask you both to stand in the middle so we can do the face-off. Aquí lo tienen, dos extraordinarios boxeadores con manos bastante pesadas que van por el título plata del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo Internacional en el superpluma de las 130 libras. Si los podemos invitar a que se paren en el centro para hacer el cara a cara. Gracias. Thank you, gentlemen. And next up, we have two gentlemen that are vying for the vacant IBF world title in the light flyweight division, Héctor Flores and Sivenati Nonsinga.
Very few fights can be called super fights. This is one of them. Both men are firing what they've got.
This is a draw. There has to be a rematch. And new WBC. There's a score to settle.
There's real bad blood here.
Everybody wants to fight, right? He took a lot of shit.
I don't want talking with him. I want to fight.
This is for the vacant IBF world title in the light flyweight division. This fight is brought to you by Matchroom in association with Box Stars. Héctor Flores, Baby Bull, with a record of 20-0 with 10 knockouts, and he hails from Tijuana, Mexico. Sivenati Nonsinga comes from Reeston, Eastern Cape, South Africa, with a perfect record of 10-0 and 9 KOs. The special one. Thank you very much for joining us. So, the world title is on the line, and one of the things that comes to mind is experience versus power. You have double the amount of fights that he has. How will you capitalize on that experience? Gracias por estar con nosotros. Tú tienes el doble de número de peleas que tiene Sivenati. ¿Cómo puedes capitalizar en esa experiencia?
Buenas tardes a todos. Primero que nada, gracias por el espacio. Me siento demasiado bien para esta pelea. Entrenamos a conciencia. Creo que hicimos una preparación a conciencia para este gran reto, por lo que hemos trabajado toda mi carrera, y eso es lo que la seguridad que nos da, ¿no?, de venir este día.
Good afternoon and thank you. I have trained very hard and very consciousness. I am really very well prepared for this match, so that is the experience that I'm going to bring out.
Sionati, you took this fight very seriously. I was talking to your trainers, and they were telling me that you have sparred with former world champions, and they instilled a lot of their expertise, their experience to you. Would you mind sharing with us who you sparred with, and what did they tell you how to prepare for this fight?
First of all, greetings to you all. You all guys look beautiful today. Coming to the question, I've worked with such an experienced boxers, you know, back at home. The likes of Maruti, the likes of DJ Krill, Heki Butler, Simpiwe Kondo. So, yeah, they just told me that I have to adjust each and everything. I have to stay faithful. I have to believe in myself. I just have to keep on pushing. No matter what, I have to push. I have to go forward. I have to strive for excellence. That's what I can say.
We're looking forward to that. And of course, you're fighting in your own backyard. And that could come with a lot of fans, family members, being for you, rooting for you. How would you use that as a motivation? Estás peleando ante tu público, estás en tu casa, una ventaja. ¿Cómo vas a usar el hecho de que vas a tener amigos, familia que van a estar aquí apoyándote?
Sin duda estamos preparados, estamos concentrados para el gran compromiso que se nos presenta. Estamos dispuestos a todo, no vamos a desaprovecharlo de ninguna manera y claro, eso más que influir en presión, eso me motiva para hacer las cosas bien el sábado.
I'm very well prepared. I train consciously, and that motivates me more. So it's going to be very nice this Saturday.
This is a step up for you in terms of level of opponent. What do you expect from Hector Flores on Saturday?
To be honest, like whatever he's going to bring, I'm ready because I've been working hard. I've been in the gym. As I said before, that I've been working with such an experienced boxers and my manager, my coach. So we've been pushing one another. I've been preparing for the fight for a long time. You know, I'm the #1 contender, and I fought with the big sharks, I believe, to get where I am where I'm at today. You know, so yeah. I'm expecting like a good, clean fight, you know, because I'm ready, I'm super fit, you know. So like, yeah, so he must bring it on. That's what I can say.
You've only gone distance one time, and that was at the very beginning of your career. Was that an advantage that you've cut so many fights so short?
No, to be honest, whenever I'm training for full 12 rounds. Mm-hmm. So when I get in the ring, the choice is on the boxers to fall short. I just keep on working, just keep on delivering my blows, do what I do best, nothing less, nothing more. So they are the ones who decide to quit. Yeah.
There you have it. He's ready for it. Real quick, before I let you go. When we talk about the likes of heavy contenders in this division, we have Teraji and Kyoguchi. How do you see yourself when you're being compared to those fighters? Cuando estamos hablando de tu división, estamos hablando de un Teraji, un Kyoguchi. ¿Cómo te ves tú cuando te comparan a ese talento?
Claro, me motiva para mi carrera futuro poder enfrentar a esos grandes rivales. Yo creo que estamos listos para grandes retos. Hemos trabajado toda la carrera con ese objetivo de estar entre los mejores y nada, ese es el objetivo que tenemos en mente y estamos trabajando para ello.
Estamos muy emocionados. We're very excited to see this fight. This is for the vacant IBF World Title Light Flyweight Division. And again, this is brought to us by Matchroom and Box Stars. Can I please ask the gentleman to stand in the middle of the stage so you can do the face-off? Los puedo invitar a que se paren en el centro del escenario para el cara a cara. It's very exciting to me to have great ladies, great fighters giving us the best boxing in the world. And we have Erika Cruz Hernandez with a record of 14-1 and 3 knockouts. Dinamita, and she comes from El DF, la Ciudad de México. Thank you for joining us. I had it so well.
You were perfect before.
Merjenovic.
Perfect.
There you go. Let me try that again. Jelena Merjenovic, that comes all the way from Edmonton, Canada, Alberta, with a record of 41, 11, and 2 and 19 knockouts. And this is a rematch. This bout is done by Matchroom in association with Golden Boy for the WBA World Female title at featherweight, 126 pounds, held at the moment by Erika Cruz. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Thank you. Muchas gracias. And I'm going to start with the obvious, the rematch. How long did you wait and how excited are you to be here? Tenemos que hablar de la revancha. ¿Cuánto tiempo esperaste? ¿Y qué tan emocionada estás de volver a enfrentar a Jelena?
Pues primeramente me siento agradecida con Dios por permitirme llegar hasta aquí el día de hoy. Me siento motivada porque me gustan los retos, me gustan los desafíos. Sé que voy a tener enfrente a una rival peligrosa, pero yo vine a eso, a cumplir un reto para mí misma, para mi país, para mi institución, la Guardia Nacional, y sobre todo a poner en alto a las mujeres.
This is very motivating because it's a big challenge for me. I know that I'm going to put high the name of the Guardia Nacional and the women. It is more like a challenge for myself than the match itself.
And of course, when we talk about rematch, it has a different flavor for you. The first one was cut short due to a cut. And how does this feel for you to be here and have this opportunity to take your title back?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to fight in Mexico since I started, so gracias por esta oportunidad. Thank you. And, you know, the first fight, I was not myself. I wasn't present. You know, obviously we got a cut and it was disappointing, but I'm super excited for this opportunity to showcase what I can actually do and how good of a fighter I actually am.
Almost mandatory question. You've been inactive for the last 16 months since you lost against Erika. What did you work on during this time?
You know, we tried to get the fight immediately, and there was back and forth a lot. And, you know, in the meantime, I was in the gym. I have a lot of great friends that fought, Nonito Donaire and Jesse Vargas, and I was in part of that camp. We thought this fight was going to happen sooner, so I started and stopped camps. But most importantly, I changed trainers, and we kind of just started from the basics again. And Sugar Hill is such an incredible coach, and we really just started from the ground and built back up.
Where did Sugar go? It's always a pleasure to have Sugar.
he's-
Hey! Sugar Hill with us, people. Con nosotros, Sugar Hill. Thank you. Yes. And Erika, this has a different taste because you're fighting before your own crowd, and we cannot deny how Mexican fans adore and respect their fighters. How do you think this is going to fulfill you or motivate you or maybe put you in a different kind of light? No podemos negar que estás peleando obviamente en tu tierra y obviamente el fanático mexicano adora y respeta a todos sus peleadores. ¿Cómo crees que te va a afectar esto peleando aquí bajo una luz bastante fuerte?
No creo que me afecte, al contrario, me siento motivada porque es un compromiso que tengo con mi país, con mi gente, y pues, no sé, vamos a echarle todas las ganas porque para eso me preparé y pues vamos a hacer eso, a demostrar por qué soy la campeona.
It really motivates me. I prepare for this. It's a commitment with my people, with my country, and I'm gonna give all of myself.
I found it very interesting that after the first fight, one of the comments that you made was that you felt like you were cut short because you couldn't finish the fight because of the cut, yet you took the victory. How did that play in your head? me pareció muy interesante el comentario que hiciste después de la primera pelea contra Yelena, que dijiste que te cortaron muy rápido por la cortada de Yelena, que no pudiste terminar la pelea como querías. ¿Cómo te afecta eso en la cabeza mirando esta pelea del sábado?
En la primera pelea, pues yo creo que al igual que ella, ¿no? Y todos los peleadores no queremos acabar la pelea, aunque vayamos perdiendo y demás, pues nosotros queremos terminar, ¿no? Jamás pasa por nuestra mente una derrota o acabarnos en algún momento de la pelea. Me hubiera gustado terminar los 10 rounds, yo creo que ella también. Creo que tenía yo más para eso, sin embargo acabó pues de cierta forma un triunfo para mí. Me siento feliz por ello, creo que tengo el nivel para pelear con cualquiera y el día de hoy, bueno, el día sábado quiero hacer una pelea igual de extraordinaria que la hice en Nueva York y primeramente Dios y con todo el esfuerzo que hemos hecho lo vamos a lograr.
As any fighter, we don't want to finish short any fight, so I wanted to finish the 10 rounds. Anyways, that is not something that cross our minds. I prepare really well. I have the high level for any fighter, and as I did in New York, this Saturday I'm gonna give an extraordinary fight.
Are you in any way under pressure to finish this fight before the final bell? ¿Estás bajo alguna presión de terminar esta pelea antes de la campana final?
No, no hay presión. Las cosas se tienen que ir dando de round con round y obviamente pues si acabamos antes, para eso trabajamos, pero tenemos todo un gran trabajo para terminar los 10 rounds.
There's no pressure. I work to finish the 10 rounds, but if it comes earlier, I work for it.
Angelina, this question is to you too. You have more knockouts than she has fights. Do you feel the pressure to finish this fight with a knockout?
You know, there's no pressure on me for this fight at all. You know, I'm coming in as underdog. I did not show well last time, and if they're preparing for me last time, then they're going to be in for a big surprise. You know, I am fully prepared to do. I did more than enough in training camp, and if the knockout comes, it's great, and if it doesn't, I'm prepared to go to war, and that's what they want to see in Mexico, right? La guerrera.
Guerreras de verdad, true warriors. A round of applause for these ladies. WBA World Female Title at Featherweight Division. And she's holding it right now. Esta es la Asociación Mundial de Boxeo para el título del peso pluma que ostenta en este momento Erika. Mil gracias. Thank you very much, ladies. Would you mind stepping in the middle of the stage, por favor? Si se pueden parar. Right there first. Right there, face to face. Yes. There you go. In our main event, 12 rounds for the WBC franchise title and the ring title for super flyweight, 115 pounds. Again, it's 12 rounds, WBC franchise and ring title for the super flyweight title. Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada with a record of 42-3, 28 knockouts, coming from Puerto Peñasco, Sonora, Mexico. Ajua, ¿no que no? Yes. Argi Cortes with a record of 23-2-2 and 10 knockouts, coming from La Ciudad de México, Mexico City. Gracias, Argi. Gracias, Gallo. Esta es una pelea. This is a fight that we've been waiting for because you've been out, you've been inactive for a while, and we want to know how you feel. Esta es una pelea que estamos esperando hace rato porque llevas más de 16 meses fuera de acción. ¿Cómo te sientes?
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes. Muy contento por esta gran pelea. Pues ya un año casi medio sin pelear, pero pues hemos estado entrenando muy duro para el regreso que va a ser este sábado contra Argi Cortes, un gran peleador, y pues muy contento porque va a ser aquí entre mi gente.
Dale.
I'm very happy because I'm back, and I'm very happy because I'm having the fight here in my city. I train very hard.
And you're coming with a great record, great knockout record as well. and you're fighting in his backyard, and we know how that goes usually. Did you at any point in time envision yourself in this position? Tú vienes acá y estás enfrentando con un récord espectacular, un récord con altos números de knockouts, y estás enfrentando a alguien de mucho calibre. ¿Te viste en algún momento viviendo esto?
Sí, claro que sí. Yo creo que todo boxeador inicia con un récord pequeño y pues obviamente tenemos que encontrarnos este tipo de récords en el camino.
Yes, of course, as a fighter, we all start small and we are working to get to this kind of fights with these kind of fighters.
In many ways, we think that that last fight ante Román González, el Chocolatito, stated many vacancies and issues in your fight plan. What did you learn from that fight? Cuando te enfrentaste contra el Chocolatito, vimos que habían huecos y vacantes en tu plan de pelea. ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué cambiaste con miras a esta?
Bueno, yo creo que más que nada ya habíamos peleado con él, ya sabíamos cómo pelearles, pero pues ahí fallamos un poco por algunas lesiones en los entrenamientos. Entrenamos 1 mes y medio nomás para esa pelea en la segunda. Y pues yo creo que fue más que nada la estrategia de boxearlo, ¿no? de contragolpear, de usar los golpes, de golpear y que no te dé, ¿no? Y yo creo que eso fue lo que nos ayudó en esa pelea. Pero me sentí muy bien, fue una gran pelea y pues yo creo que pues va a quedar en la historia, ¿no?
It was a very wonderful fight. I was just 1 month and a half of training, so the strategy was just to punch and not get punched, and that would help on that fight. So that is.
I'm going to add that he walked into this fight with a couple of injuries, and that's how he fell short in this fight. And with that being said, you have been very active. This would be your 3rd fight in only 7 months. Why so much activity? Esta es solo tu tercera pelea en 7 meses, muy activo. ¿Por qué?
Pues gracias a Dios he tenido trabajo y pues contento con esa actividad.
I'm happy because I have had this work and because it is there.
Let's be clear, you're 23 years old and you get that phone call. Listen, you're going to face one of the legacies in this division, el Gallo Estrada. What went through your head? A ver, vamos a estar aquí no en la cola del pan, como decimos. Estás entrenando y recibes la llamada de solo 23 años. Oye, te vas a enfrentar al Gallito Estrada. ¿Qué te pasó por la cabeza?
No, pues fue algo que ya estábamos esperando, o sea, no justamente pelear con el Gallo Estrada, pero estábamos esperando una oportunidad grande y pues nos hemos estado preparando desde hace tiempo.
I was expecting a big opportunity. I've been training for a long time for this, and now is with el Gallo Estrada.
Gallo, you were in this position a few years ago. And obviously you took the division by a storm, and you basically established yourself as one of the biggest in that division. What about him reminds you of you? Gallo, hace unos cuantos años atrás tú estabas en esa posición, eras el chico joven que estaba entrando a una división y marcaste tu pauta y estás entre los que están dejando su legado en esta división. ¿Qué de él te recuerda de ti?
Bueno, fui joven también, digo que no soy viejo, no tengo 32 años, pero pues también yo tenía 22, 23 años cuando peleé con Viloria y pues nadie daba un peso por mí, ¿no? Igual él viene a eso, viene a ganarme. Debe tener el hambre que tenía yo cuando tenía esa edad, y la verdad que yo creo que va a ser una gran pelea, ¿no? Por la edad, por las ganas que él tiene, por mi experiencia.
I'm not old, I'm 32, and I was hungry as well as he is right now, and I think it's going to be an extraordinary fight because he is hungry and I'm experienced.
I look forward to this fight. Estoy muy emocionada por esta pelea. If I can ask you gentlemen to stand at the mark so we can get the face-off. Si se pueden parar en las rayitas. Estoy muy emocionada con esta pelea para que nos den una guerra de dos mexicanos. mirar hacia el frente, por favor? Miren al frente. You tell me, Ed, when you want me to turn them. ¿Ya pueden mirar al público? ¿Pueden voltear para allá? No, tranquilo. ¿Otra vez face to face? ¿Otra vez cara a cara? Gracias, caballeros. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And this is how we conclude the press conference for this outstanding matchroom boxing event on Saturday. And I expect all of you there. We were going to be at el Centro Multiusos de Hermosillo. So the date is Saturday. We'll wait for you guys there. We expect you there. Y como decimos, que viva México. Ah, pero como si hubieran almorzado, chingado. Que viva México. ¡Ajúa! Gracias.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. It's now time for the featured bout of the evening. From the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring, the fight starts now!
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special. And there's no hype. I'm telling you, it's special.
No respect to this guy. Let's go.
Now he's got that fire in his eyes.
You better believe it now. That was something special.
20 rounds, 20 victories.
Her professional record, a perfect one.
Remember, capture the body.
Great finish from a great finisher.
It was Lamb versus Lion.
And still the undisputed champion of the world.